Imagine finally finding your biological mother after 40 years, only to discover she might be the person who destroys your life. Imagine spending your entire life wondering about someone you've never met, someone you've wondered about on birthdays, holidays, and every major moment in your life. That was the reality for Chef Graham Hornigold. For more than 4 decades, Graham didn't know his biological mother. Then, one day, he finally found her. At first, it seemed like a dream come true. He had finally found the missing piece of his life. But what happened next sounds like something straight out of a movie, because the person who came back into his life wasn't just looking for a relationship. She was about to convince him to hand him over hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the way she did it was incredibly calculated. After reconnecting, Graham's mother told him a story about her life that sounded unbelievable. She claimed that she had access to a huge fortune and the money was coming, a massive inheritance, millions of pounds, a future where all their problems would disappear. And Graham believed her, because think about it, this wasn't some random stranger messaging him online, this was his mother. The person he had spent decades hoping to meet. She built trust first. She created an emotional connection. And then came the requests for money. At first, they seemed temporary. Just help with this, just cover that, just until the inheritance arrives. But the money kept leaving. Graham says he paid for things like luxury hotels, expensive meals, travel, and other expenses because he believed he was helping his mother get back on her feet. Over time, the amount grew to around £300,000. And then came the moment that changed everything. The inheritance never arrived. The fortune she promised didn't exist. The dream future he had been waiting for suddenly started falling apart. Graham was left asking the question that makes this story so disturbing. Was he manipulated because he trusted a stranger, or because he trusted his own mother? That's what makes this case so complicated. Because scammers don't always look like scammers. Sometimes they don't use fake names. Sometimes they don't hide behind a computer screen. Sometimes they use the one thing that can be harder to protect than your bank account, your emotions. They create urgency. They create hope. They make you feel like you're the only person who can save them. And that emotional connection can make people ignore warning signs they would have normally seen. Graham's story became widely known after the documentary Con Mom explored the relationship and allegations surrounding the money. It's important to note that Graham has described his experience as being manipulated, but his mother has denied wrongdoing, and she has not been criminally convicted in connection with any of these allegations. So, the biggest lesson here, a scam doesn't always start with someone asking for money. Sometimes it starts with someone giving you exactly what you ever wanted. A second chance, a reunion, a dream, and that's why emotional scams can be one of the hardest to recognize, because the person being targeted isn't just protecting their wallet. They're protecting a relationship they desperately want to believe is real. So let me ask you, if someone you had been waiting your entire life to meet came back and promised you a life-changing future, would you have seen the red flags? Or do you think you could have fallen for this trap too?